There are four things that make up a city. You got buildings, you got motor vehicles, you got people, and you got pipes. That's right, pipes. Only you don't see these pipes much because they're mostly hidden underground. How do I know this stuff? Because I was paid to find out. You see, I'm a detective. The name's Rivers, Troy Rivers, and this is my story. It all began Monday morning, a little after 9. Not exactly my best time of day. Hello?
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 Can I come in?
You're in, but what can I do for you?
You can help me find out where it goes.
Where what goes?
Water.
Water?
That's right, it's gurgling, trickling, slurping, flushing and draining away. But where does it go?
You sure you got the right office, miss? The doctor's clinic's across the hall.
Maybe I should explain. My name's Sunday, Lucy Sunday.
Should I call you Sunday?
No, I'm going away for the weekend. The point is, I've got a story to write for the newspaper, and I need your help to research it.
You're a reporter.
That's right, and I'm on to the biggest scoop of my life. Look at this.
Nice.
65 litres, every person, every day. Flushed away. The same with these. Kitchen, bathroom, laundry plug holes, even the gully trap in the garden.
What's the connection?
Water, Troy, water. Down it goes. But what happens to it?
Easy. It goes down.
See, you don't know yourself.
Okay, so I'm a little rusty on the subject. Why'd you need me to help you find out?
Because I'm only a reporter. I talk to people, I ask questions, and I write stories. But with this, I need someone who's a bit of a grub to help me out.
Thanks.
So, what do you say?
I say let's go. I took the case. What else could I do? Reporters like Lucy seldom take no for an answer. So we headed back to her place, to the scene of the crime. I wanted to examine the mystery at close range. Lucy was right. Wherever you looked, water was draining away. Huge quantities of the stuff. The only clue I could find was under the kitchen sink. Pipes!
Pipes? Pipes to where?
Let's find out! I wanted to see the scene in perspective. The easiest way was to use my X-ray glasses. Here, put these on and look at the house. But whatever you do, don't look at me.
Wow! Pipes! Look! A whole lot of household pipes emptying into a big underground pipe.
That must be what they call a sewer pipe.
But there must be thousands of these sewer pipes running under every house and office and factory.
With the big pipes feeding into bigger pipes. Pipes twice the size of you and me.
But where does it go? Troy, where are your clothes?
I told you not to look at me.
What about you?
Oh, sorry. But where were we?
These big sewer pipes, where do they take the water?
Dunno. Down, I suppose. It must run downhill.
Like the water cycle? Yeah. Flowing like rivers and streams back to the lowest point. The sea!
What is it?
It must be where they clean the water before it goes out into the sea.
It's humongous.
Has to be. Think of all that foul stuff running through the pipes.
I'd rather not.
Well, let's get going.
Where?
Inside. Let's find out how they clean the water.
Oh, I haven't had breakfast yet. They called the place a sewage treatment plant, and it really was gigantic.
Sewage is what they call the wastewater that arrives from toilets, plug holes and factories.
And it stinks.
It's pretty filthy, yeah. That's why it takes a bit of cleaning. The first step is to get the trash out. Solid stuff, like toilet paper, plastics and factory wastes.
So the sewage passes through metal bars, and a big mechanical rake scrapes out the rubbish that gets trapped.
The next step is to pump the sewage up into big tanks. The first tank has air bubbling through to keep the soft sludge and greases moving, while little bits of sand and gravel called grit sink to the bottom and can be pumped out.
Then the sewage goes into bigger tanks and sits still for a while, which allows the muddy sludge to settle on the bottom, while the lighter greases and oils float to the top. Then these machines roll along at about the speed of a snail, scraping both the surface and the bottom of the tank. There are lots of different treatment plants and lots of different treatments, which I guess they need with all the different stuff that comes through the pipes, like the stuff we wash down the kitchen sink.
And the greases and chemicals that come from factories. Makes me wonder if we should be putting it all down the pipes in the first place. Everything is controlled by a pretty smart electronic system. That tells the people working here when there's trouble around.
And pipes. I mean, everywhere you go, it's like Pipe City.
The final pipe in the process is the biggest pipe of all. In fact, they call it a tunnel, an ocean outfall tunnel, and it carries the treated water over 3 kilometres out to sea before releasing it.
The sea was the end of the line, the end of a cycle. It was a pretty top spot for Lucy and me to end up too, with the sound of crashing waves, the wind in our hair, our telephone ringing.
Troy, is your raincoat ringing?
Oh, excuse me. Hello? Rivers by the sea. Where? I'm on my way.
Trouble?
The police. They found another creek.
A creek?
Dead. I've got to investigate what happened.
You want some company?
I was hoping you might say that. Let's go. I'd seen it all before. A new suburb, nice bushland, a freshwater creek. The sort of place we might have played around when we were kids. Now...
Troy, this is disgusting. How could people do this?
Easy when you don't know what you're doing. Take a look at this. See? Water? Rain. I'd say most of this junk was washed down from upstream.
Upstream? Well, let's go.
That's my line.
Troy, over there, look. A concrete pipe.
There had to be a pipe.
This obviously feeds rainwater into the creek.
And the trash that comes with it.
But how does the trash get into the water?
I don't think you want to know.
What do you mean? This is mine. I mean, it was, but I threw it out. Into the rubbish bin. How could it end up here? So, this stuff must get washed into the gutter by the rain.
All sorts of stuff must. Oil off the roads, fertilizer off the lawn, you name it.
Hey, look!
So it goes down the drain, through underground pipes and out into the sea.
Which means there's another system of pipes that takes the stormwater away from the roads and houses and into the creeks and rivers.
Exactly. What worries me is, if that much junk gets caught in a little creek bed, how much stuff gets washed into rivers or out to sea? Somehow I wished I hadn't asked that question. The higher the river level, the further trash was scattered. It was a depressing sight, but a great scoop for Lucy to write up in her paper.
Why doesn't the government or someone try and stop this stuff getting into the river?
They do. I'll show you how. Well, at least they try and stop the rubbish getting into the rivers. The question is, how much can you really stop? I'd say not enough.
But that's it, Troy. That's the angle to my story. It's like the sewage treatment plant. The problem is not just how to clean the water. We got to stop this stuff getting into the water in the first place. I better get started on that story. Oh, thanks for your help.
Thank you. Lucy must have stayed up half the night getting the story out. But it was a top story, front page, pulled no punches. She figured we all had to think twice about what got washed down our pipes and gutters, and she wasn't afraid to say so. She was right, of course, but old habits die hard. I couldn't help wonder if the message would really get through to people.